Hi, welcome back to the top 5 stories of the week. We are rocking it old school here. We are back in the newsroom. I'm Daily Herald Managing Editor Perry Bergson. Let's get at her. Number 5, that was the Raiders prepping for the one-game series that they played against Red Deer. But if you look at what we have in our top 25 stories of the week, it was just filthy with Raiders. There are 6 stories there. Number 6 this week was them handing out their awards. Number 7 was clinching the playoff game in Saskatoon. So there is a lot of interest in the team right now. Obviously, of course, they start up against the Edmonton Oil Kings on Saturday. Number 4, a longtime family dealership here in PA has sold not all of the dealership, but a good chunk of it. That, of course, is the Mann Northway Auto Source Limited and auto dealer Robert Mann. They sold 85% of it. Robert maintains a 15% stake here and in the dealership in Saskatoon. Just interesting local story. They've been here since 1914, so they had put down some roots. Number 3, interesting story that Tyler Clark did this week, where he actually emailed back and forth with a young man who is taking a trip of a lifetime via bicycle down through South Central America. He was working in the oil sands, wasn't happy, just decided, hey, time for something different. So that is exactly what Leighton Keddy is doing. Story number 2. This is going to be an interesting one. It's going to have some legs. 4 city facilities face potential closure. Of course, the city has been going through its budget process lately, and there's been talk of how do they reduce costs. Closing some of their many buildings is one of the ways. Now, nobody wanted to talk yet about what was on the hit list. All we know is last year there was talk that the Margot Fournier Center could be closed. So don't know if that's one of them, but the past certainly suggests it might be. Number 1, this is a nice story. The University of Saskatchewan sent us a grads list, and I sent a note back to them saying, hey, do you have any PA kids that are going to be doctors? And turns out there were a couple, and we talked to one of them. Jody Schellenberg did. Brianne Cozen, and she just talked about her path, about how her parents weren't pushing her into medicine or anything, but that was sort of where life took her, and she went from the U of R to the U of S, and soon will be a doctor. So best of luck to her. Hey, those are the top 5. You know where to find us around town. Find the hard copies at our retail partners. Find us on the Facebook. Find us on the Twitter. But as always, you know you can find the Prince Albert Daily Herald on paper, like a newspaper should be. See you next week.